Now, one of the things that has been making, of course, some of the investors or some of the big financial institutions to invest into China or Chinese equities has been, of course, the tensions between the countries, that is China and US. And now, after November, the re-election of President Trump, the sentiment around that has changed. And I mean, we have spoken about what surfaced recently in the streets of social media, or what surfaced from the very new re-elected president of the United States, Mr. Donald Trump, who said they want to resolve problems of the world, or they want to resolve issues of the world together with China. They don't want war. They don't want World War III. They want to make sure that there is peace in the world, which is something that is great. Now, one of the things that we are seeing in the markets, it appears that if you have a look what has been happening on nNio in Q4, big institutions or some institutions have been going out there and buy nNio. I mean, you'll notice that as seen on the screen, there is SG American Securities that acquired apparently over 700,000 shares, which is something that is pretty exciting, man. And it shows you that this institution in Q4, based on this recent report we got on the 17th of January, they went in Q4 and bought nNio. There are more institutions: FNY Investments, Sender Morris, Autonomy Financial, Ballantine Partners, MCF Advisors, Relay Capital Management, Corpus Lab. These are the companies that went in and purchased nNio shares. I know that there are some that might have sold, but we are seeing, of course, these being the ones that are going in and buying nNio, which is something that is great, man. And something that shows you that there are, of course, obviously, people that are going to be at ease going in to buy the Chinese equities. I mean, especially after the weekend, especially after on Friday, where even the president of United States, Mr. Donald Trump, saying that he's looking at making the world a better place together with China. This spike interest, this is one thing that will lead into those people that were not investing into China because of the political tensions between the two countries to now come and say that, wait, there is hope, wait, this can be solved, that the situation, the tensions between US and China can actually be solved, and therefore it is now safe to buy Chinese equities, which is something that obviously will make the inflows, will make Chinese equities to hit all-time highs, like what we saw back in 2021 or beginning of 2021, which was the era of Trump again. Which, seeing that is back again, it might mean that we might see that era might come back, and those that are investing onto Chinese equities might be the ones to be rewarded. So I am happy, man. I mean, the market won't open today in the US because it is Martin Luther King holiday. So obviously we are going to not see the markets open, but one thing is for sure is that tomorrow most probably we'll see, chances are very high that we'll continue seeing, of course, the markets reacting positive based off what we saw, what we read coming from, of course, the president of the US, Mr. Donald Trump. So big institutions are buying, big institutions are going to flock in and Chinese equities, and this is the perfect, there is no perfect time like this. I mean, we are talking in China, we're just not talking about this maybe political tensions between the US and China maybe going to be at ease, but we are also talking of the massive stimulus that China is putting into the economy to try to stimulate the economy, to make the economy to grow as much as possible. And already signs are showing, because still the very same Friday we saw GDP figures coming better than what was expected, which simply means that it might be the right time to find yourself investing into Chinese equities. But of course, I'm not a financial advisor. What you do with your money, it's up to you. But personally, I just believe that right now might be the good opportunity for you to jump into the Chinese equities and have a look at some of these Chinese equities, because with this economy growing in China more than at a faster rate than what analysts expect, plus Chinese EV makers saying a massive, plus the sentiment or the new comments made by the president of the US, Mr. Donald Trump, you and me can agree that we are set to brace ourselves for what's coming. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we will see things improving in China, which will be so good, so amazing, so exciting, and those that are investing will be the ones to be rewarded. So yeah, man, I am happy, I am excited. Thought I'd give you these quick updates. The more situation gets better, the more we see things improving in China, the more we see the relation of China and US improving, is the more we're going to see in investors coming in and flock in and buy these Chinese equities, which is something that we want to see, which is something that of course will revive the share price of Chinese equities like nNio, Chinese equities like Alibaba, Chinese equities like Xpeng Liodo and the others, which is of course something that we are waiting to see. Something that of course, when I think about what could happen, I mean, these companies are not just the companies that are going to be boosted by these things, but even their fundamentals have gotten so strong, but share price wise, these companies have been beaten down quite sharply. nNio is one of the companies that has been beaten the worst, and therefore in terms of recovery we can expect it to do the most, which is something that we look forward to, and I think we need to brace ourselves for that. So yeah, man, I just thought I'd give you this quick update. Tell me what you think. Blue sky is coming. Those that are persevering will most definitely be rewarded. It is just the beginning. We are still going to see many big financial institutions increasing their holdings onto nNio, many big financial institutions buying shares of nNio. Even those that don't own nNio anymore, they are going to come back onto nNio because they know that things are gonna get better, or the situation is getting better, not just only in China, where we are seeing the economy of China growing much better than what is expected, but the relations between China and US, it appears that they might be better, the situation might be better, which will therefore benefit both countries, which makes it very interesting for investors right now to reconsider investing into China or Chinese equities like nNio, which that I think we need to brace ourselves for. That's all from me, man. Just thought I'd give you this quick update, and God bless you all.